This is Bob Afonso. Bob Afonso is with DroneCurriculum.net. I'm assuming that that's some kind of website, is it not?
That is a website where we have the availability to offer our two different curriculums here. We have two different ones I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
The first one here is a very robust and comprehensive 16-unit curriculum based on STEM education.
What grade level are we talking about?
This is perfect for high school and could be used for upper level middle school also, and even some introductory college classes. We've had some teachers talk about that.
Okay, so is it based on a particular curricular area like physics or
It
math?
probably
for instance?
applies more to physics, but it's STEM, so it does have some math activities in there.
Okay.
Also, but what started it was that I got involved in drones about 2 years ago. Bought some manufactured
So you're a
drones.
nerd, right, Bob?
Absolutely.
You're a nerd, okay, that's good.
Had some fun with some manufactured drones, but then I started thinking, well, what makes these things work, and how can I build my own, and I wanted to find out more about it. And there's some wonderful information on the internet and on YouTube, but it's not organized. You really
Right.
have to hunt for it, for what
And
you
especially
want.
not organized for teachers. That's
Exactly.
That's for sure. Okay.
It takes a lot of time to figure out. You have to go through maybe 15, 20, 30 links to find out what you want, maybe on one little area.
Okay,
so
so
I thought, why don't I put together an organized curriculum, because there wasn't anything out there.
Right.
And I've been a high school teacher for 34 years.
In Texas?
No, in Nevada. I'm from Reno, Nevada.
Híjole!
Yeah.
All right.
So, so knowing that the need out there and the way to approach things, I
Uh-huh.
thought, why don't I put together something that's organized, a full curriculum that's written. Teachers don't really have to know anything about it, the way it's set up here. So we
Okay.
got 16 units of this comprehensive curriculum.
So what are the units in this particular one? So what would Unit 1 be? I'm assuming that's like...
Unit 1, we're actually in this one, we're stressing the engineering design principles.
Okay.
So it goes through and talks about the whole idea, the concept of engineering design, the way that it works in a cycle, how the kids brainstorm, get together. It talks about teamwork, the importance of teamwork, and brainstorming, respecting
Okay.
everybody's opinions,
Okay.
that sort of thing. The second unit is very heavily in safety, because
I was about to say, because these things look like if they hit you on the head, you could probably...
Absolutely. This one especially is pretty robust drone to build.
Did you build? That's a self-made? I mean, not self-made. That's a handmade drone, right?
Right. It's an example
from scratch.
from the curriculum the kids put together, actually. 'Cause
So do you supply the drone kits that go
We
with
do.
them? Okay.
Yeah.
And so typically, how much does a drone kit cost? So
There's an example
$1 billion.
of parts. Well, again, prices here. We've had some teachers say, "What's the curriculum by itself?" Because originally we offered the curriculum with 2 of the drone kits, but the curriculum by itself is $18.99. Curriculum with 2 drone kits is $25.99, which is a little bit of savings, because then they can buy more drone kits if they have the funding
Right.
for $4.99.
So by the time I get to Unit 16, I'm flying my drone.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Even before, because actually they can probably put the kit together in about 5 hours. It depends on
Okay.
what the teacher wants to do with it. Whereas the curriculum itself could take an entire semester if they wanted to.
Okay.
But let me talk about the
So-
curriculum
okay, yeah.
themselves a little bit more. I talk about it goes into safety, and then it goes into introduction to drones, configurations of drones, quadcopters, hexacopters, octocopters, how they fly, how the principles of flight apply.
Why are there no copters that have 3?
There's just not stability. Is just not there.
Oh, I see.
Essentially, there are some that have 3, but they're not as stable, because essentially you need to have propellers going in opposite directions.
Right.
And it works obviously in groups of 2.
Right.
Going in opposite directions. So that third one, when you only have 3, it puts a damper on things.
One of them is not going in the opposite direction.
Right.
Okay.
So anyway, each unit, this is an example of Unit 10 on batteries. Each unit has very thorough handout, 15 to 25 pages. It has a PowerPoint the teacher can use to teach the handouts. This is not going to open for
So
me.
this sounds also to me like it would make a good enrichment type of curriculum as well for students that maybe not particularly it's actually in class, but maybe an after school or
Right.
Saturday, club activity.
For sure.
So
For
is it-
sure.
one of the issues that always comes up with STEM related activities is that it's very boy centered. It's very male centered. So what do you think about that? What's your
I don't think there's a issue here. I mean, this, boys with toys, boys have probably been attracted to this because of video games, probably,
Right.
this sort of thing, the controllers, But we've had plenty of women interested in this.
Right.
We use it at the school that Tom
That
teaches
Tom
at.
is at.
That's
Tom's
right.
Silent Tom standing off to
And
the
we've
side
got plenty of girls in our STEM program. Also, they're having a great time with this curriculum.
Okay, so that was you said there were 2 different curriculums. Is that right?
Right.
What's
right.
the other curriculum?
Again, this one was more robust and covers all the units and very thorough.
Okay.
There's a lighter curriculum. It's got 8 units.
Drone Light, we'll
It's-
call that
it's-
one.
Yeah, it's more focused on learn to fly.
Okay.
It does cover safety and overview of how drones work, basics, fundamentals of aerodynamics and flight again. A couple of lessons on flight skills. Again, some common sense flying about not flying over people, very important. FAA regulations are very current, and then again, maintenance and taking care of LiPo batteries.
And
The
so
cric-
all this is online? Is that they were
it's,
saying?
well, they're digital downloads. is
Oh,
what they
okay.
are.
So
Yeah.
PDF files or
Right,
something like
PDFs,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, so the curriculum on this one is a lot less expensive. It's $3.99 just for the curriculum. But we wanted it to be fun, so we're offering the curriculum with 5 of these drones. Very easy to fly right out of the box. All you have to do is put in some batteries. They're very easy to learn to fly. And so the curriculum with 5 of those is $5.99. The
Wow.
curriculum with 10 of those is $7.99.
Okay.
So that was the whole idea for like middle school level, perhaps, if they wanted to get into this. They can still go over basics of flight and the regulations and everything, but then they can also have a lot of kids have some fun with those as far as flying those.
All right, Bob. So if somebody's interested in dronecurriculum.net, they obviously would go to.
Dronecurriculum.net.
Well, I figured that one out. Bob, thanks for talking to us this afternoon. Appreciate it.
You bet.